What's up, everyone? Welcome to Lowered Expectations. Thanks for lowering your expectations and hanging out with me here. I do appreciate it. As I was draining some nasty old fuel out of a customer's lawnmower today, a question popped into my head. That question being, does nasty old fuel lose energy or just lose volatility? Those two things are very different, and we'll talk a little bit more about them later on in the video. So what we are going to do today, we are going to test this 6-year-old fuel, according to the customer, at least 6 years old. You can see it is quite yellow and nasty. We are going to test the energy of this and compare it to some brand new fuel that I just bought today. It has a stabilizer in it as well as some mechanic in a bottle. This is our setup for testing today. As you guys can see, I've got an old generator. I've got a watt meter here that is going to tell us how long the generator has run for and also how many kilowatt hours of power the fuel produces. This is the heat gun. I have it set on a low setting, so it's going to be drawing probably about 650 some watts. I've got a bottle full of fuel here so that we can actually see when it's empty. This is fresh fuel that I just bought less than 2 hours ago. We will check a couple of temperatures on the generator around the exhaust, and we'll try on the cylinder head to see if there's any difference in temperature between the fresh fuel and the 6-year-old stale yellow fuel. When fuel ages, one of the first things that it does is actually loses some of its volatility. When you're filling up at the gas station, you can sometimes on a warm day, you can actually see the fumes coming off, and they tell you not to run your engine or smoke, whatever. Any little spark can set that stuff off at the right concentrations in the air. So it's a good idea not to make sparks around that stuff. After fuel sits for a while, especially if it's vented like in a generator fuel system or a lawnmower, a lot of those volatiles are able to escape off, and what you have left is something that will burn, but it takes a lot more energy to make it burn. So when you go to start your lawnmower for the first time of the year and it takes 10 pulls to get it started, that's usually why. The old fuel may still have close to the same amount of energy and just struggle to start. Too much talking, let's get this thing going. All right, put the choke on, switch on, and give it a pull. I actually want to do some higher wattage testing. In fact, I did some higher wattage testing in preparation for this video. And in doing that, I found out that the breaker on my generator has actually gone sort of bad, and it trips out if I try to draw any more than like 1,000 watts. So I have ordered a breaker. It will be here actually later today, but I wanted to get this video out first. So for future tests, I will be probably pulling more like 1,600 watts. We'll be able to load the generator up harder and perhaps burn more fuel without having to wait a very unreasonable amount of time. This is, hey Kush, don't come in here. No, you're gonna hurt your legs. You stay there. Good girl. She wants to come in, but her back legs are not very good. She's quite old. So yeah, if I called her, she would absolutely jump into the bus to come visit me. and then she would be in very bad shape for a couple of days. As you guys can see from these clips, the generator ran for 22 minutes and produced 0.24 kilowatt hours. We now have the nasty old fuel in the bottle and generator, exactly 300 milliliters of it. And I've decided we are actually going to do another test with the fresh gasoline to make this a little bit more of a fair comparison and to satisfy a curiosity of mine. That curiosity being, how much energy is actually being wasted by warming the generator up. So this generator is now fully warmed up. It just shut off a few minutes ago. And so now what we're going to do, we're going to run it on the nasty old stale fuel. I assume it will start and run. I might need to use the choke to get it going. As you guys can see, I am checking the temperature of a spot on the exhaust as well as the same spot on the cylinder head all the time. This is more or less just to collect data for future testing to see if we get something that is wildly different. A few degrees Celsius isn't really conclusive because of the gun that I'm using for testing and making it difficult to check an exact spot. On a side note, at a viewer's request, I found the nastiest fuel that I have seen all year, perhaps in my entire life, and I did a distillation on it. We are going to be testing that and comparing it to fresh fuel in my generator. I've already shot the footage and started editing it, but I decided to do this video and release it first, so you have that to look forward to. Nasty old stale fuel is all gone. Let's plug this thing into the wall and see what the results are. I am very curious to see what this is gonna say. So the nasty fuel produced considerably more. However, we do need to run it again when it's hot. In the past, I've kind of shied away from doing these tests, and this is part of the reason, because it's very easy to get incorrect data if you miss something. So we ran for 24 minutes, so 2 more minutes and 0.03 more, 0.27 kilowatt hours. So before we draw any conclusions, we need to test the fresh fuel again while the engine is still warm. I'm not going to bother checking the temperatures this time. We are just going to run the test and I will come back and give you guys the results. This is when we find out the truth. How long did it run and how many kilowatt hours did we use? 0.27 kilowatt hours, so exactly the same, and 24 minutes, exactly the same. Despite having lost a lot of volatility, turning a gross, nasty yellow color and smelling quite horrific, it appears that the fuel has actually kept most of its energy over at least a 6-year period. So that is pretty interesting. I would absolutely not recommend running this fuel in an engine because if it's left to sit for even a couple of weeks, it could gum up the fuel system and it could actually cause problems with gumming up the valves and the inlet track, the carburetor itself, just over running over a long period of time. I have some interesting ideas of what I would like to test in this generator. Seafoam, diesel mixed in with gasoline. And I also want to kind of do some looking inside of the engine with a borescope and see if we can see stuff getting generated or maybe cleaned up. If you guys have ideas on what you would like to see tested, leave a comment down in the comment section below and I'll see what I can do about that. That's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Remember to leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. You're going to get away. Oh, you got away probably. You shouldn't have put him down. And you got the mouse and then it got away. You find him. You find him. You find him. Oh, get him. Uh-oh. You lost the mouse.